Hi, this is Sean with Temporary3Car. Today we'll be taking a look at Rev App for iPhone, which basically allows us to transmit our onboard diagnostics data from our OBD II port in our car using a device like this that you can find on DevToaster's site to your iPhone to be read in a graphical way. Let's take a look at the installation. So installation was a little bumpy, but overall pretty straightforward. The best thing I found to do is to go into airplane mode first and then connect to the Ad Hoc network. So once in settings, what you should do is turn airplane mode on, which is going to turn your Wi-Fi off. Go into Wi-Fi itself, and now you can turn that on by itself. So now the only antenna that you're going to have on is your Wi-Fi. Now what you can do is find your device, your hardware. Mine's called the LCAN WLAN, so that's listed in here. The Ad Hoc network is there. Click the blue arrow, and then go ahead and type in your static IP address of 192.168.0.63, and then a subnet mask of 255.255.0. Then, once you're done, hit the Wi-Fi networks button to go back and accept the changes and go back to your home screen. Now, here's the Rev app that you should get from the App Store. So my car only supports a handful of these diagnostics because it is pretty old. It's 2001. But a lot of newer cars, and probably a lot of the ones that you guys are going to have a lot more data out there. So basically, to check out one of the metrics in here, just go ahead and tap on the metric. So we'll tap on RPMs here, and at first you get a nice meter view of what's going on. You can swipe in any direction, up, down, left, or right, to see a line view, and when in line view, you can just tap, double tap, and it will create a line, and then double tap again, and it will create another line. So you can create two compare points, which is a really great way to look at it. Now when you swipe back, if you double tap on this screen, it's going to zoom in. And this is not just a regular zoom, it's a very intelligent zoom. So as I rev my engine here, you can see that it's actually following the needle, which is a very cool way to do it. That way I can see what's going on in a nice up-close manner. Now what you can't do is zoom in on the digital readout. That's something I'd really like to see, because sometimes if I'm looking at my vehicle speed or something, my car may not have a digital readout. So I'd like to be able to have one, at least on the full 3.5-inch screen. The other thing you can do is rotate the app landscape mode. In landscape mode, it's actually really cool because you'll be able to look at the digital readout and the full screen a lot nicer, and then when you double tap in this view, you actually get even bigger. So this is the best way I found to actually look at the data. So again, as I zoom in here, as I rev the engine, you'll see the app's actually going to follow me. Very cool. There are two built-in metrics that don't require any hardware, and those are going to be your acceleration and your GPS tracking. Both of these are different views of the same thing. They both allow you to check out your acceleration, deceleration, and your cornering. So as I'm driving, this will actually know how I'm actually turning around these corners. So in essence, and it gives you a lateral and a forward, so you could actually calculate your G-force going around some turns with this. So very cool thing to do. The only problems I've found so far are with the actual hardware, nothing with the app. The app seems pretty solid. The hardware itself will always stay on when it's connected to the OBD II port, which may not seem like a problem, but if you're someone like me who wants to leave it always in there, then you're going to come to an issue where it's maybe drawing low power all the time from your car, which could drain your battery. So just be careful with that. Also, the device, the other end of the device that plugs into the port itself, is actually one-sided. So it doesn't matter if your car has the OBD II port upside down. Like for example, my car right here, the port actually sticks out towards the driver's side, which is really bad because now my foot's tangled in the wire. So I actually have to run the wire just to use this. Not only that, in other cars, it didn't even fit in. Sometimes the OBD II port is recessed. So because the plug's not coming out of here, the back, there's no way for me to plug this in. So this is not even accessible on some cars. So just things to check out for. Overall, a very cool app, very useful, very handy. I can see a lot of people getting used to this, and people in the community are already talking about it. People who love iPhones will definitely pick up this device. Now, the device itself, the hardware, you can't get from DevToaster, but they'll point you to the right direction, and it's going to cost you between $240 and $270 US. The iPhone app itself will hopefully be available in the App Store fairly soon and will cost between $40 and $60 from DevToaster. Thanks for watching.